For the people who depend on the government and just think that they will take care of them no matter what, for the love of the God you believe in, snap back to reality. You ever heard of universal basic income? So practically, they're paying you to stay at home. And with these advancements of technology coming in, replacing it, well, I give you one scenario, right? So I already touched on now in the previous video, but I'm gonna talk about it again. Do a little more, give you some more details. So you go to work, and when you get there, the boss tells you that in 3 months you're gonna have to find yourself another job because they're gonna be redesigning the whole company. You ask me what you mean by that. So, well, you're gonna find new workers who are gonna be able to work 24 hours, 365 with no pay. It's like, what type of human being can do that? It's like, nah, it's no human being, it's a robot. It's like, God, a robot can do what I can do? It's like, yeah, sometimes even better than you do the job. You feel so how come I never heard of it? It's been in the background. We've been working on it, on the down low. But now we are ready to bring it, ready to go mainstream with it. So you have to find another job. But the thing is that the other companies are also applying the same system, to the whole operation. They're doing the same thing as well. So you go there, you're trying to find a job. It's like, trying to explain yourself what happened to the previous job, and they tell you the exact same thing. Well, unfortunately, we're not looking for new workers because we already have some in the back. You're not gonna get rid of everybody because this in the first years they're still gonna have a few human employees out there just to look after the robots, just to make sure that everything is operating well. So they say you go to a fast food, and you have one or two, or like a Walmart. You go, you see one or two employees over there taking care of the robots, just to make sure they're operating well, perfectly. And the robots that putting the food on the shelves, pretty much everything, all the physical things, and the humans employees over there just on the lookout. You feel me? So don't just think that you're safe because you don't see a way that a robot can do what you're doing, because you have no idea about what has been happening behind the scenes, right? I was trying to make this a short video, but I don't know. I might go a little bit more into it. So people may ask how come my philosophy is a little bit dark, and that's understandable. But when you look at history proves us that no matter what happens, when these great men and great women come up with these technologies, a lot of the leaders turn them into weapon of mass destruction. Look at the telephone, the internet right now. So you mean to tell me that if those leaders really wanted the world to be a better place, nothing would be happening right now? Is that what you're telling me? I give you one example. So they can censor your information, right? So you can put something on YouTube and on Instagram, whatever. They can censor your information depending on the user, depending on what type of content you have in it, right? So you're talking about certain conspiracies or whatever, the government is doing this and that. They can censor that. But you talk about, so you promote sexual content, talk about violence, do all those type of things, they will let you go. So you mean to tell me promoting sexual content to the kids is okay? Promoting violence to the people is okay? You're not going to censor that. You're not going to take it down. You're going to let it slide like that. But those who are trying to speak about what's happening behind the scenes, you're going to censor the information. How come you're doing it? So it's about money. Most of those leaders are money motivated, and a lot of the influencers are also money motivated. So if I have a lot of products and I know the products are bad for the people, But the fact that I like money, I will pay some of those influencers who also like money to promote the product, and they also know the product is bad, but they like money too, so they will take the money and promote the product to the people. But let me ask you this: if you know the product is bad and you will not sell the product to your own son, your own daughters, your own mom, your own dad, family, the people closest to you, why would you sell to the rest of the world? You make music that talks about sex, violence. In the videos, you see these people having sex pretty much literally naked, just sexual content in your face like this. You would not like your own daughter to see this. You would not like your own son to watch that. So how come you're going to release it for other people's sons and daughters to watch that? Because you love money. You feel me? So it's hard for me to believe that with this technology coming in, these robots and everything coming in, we're going to have a peaceful world. Because they're going to put you at home to rob you of your job. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like I said before, the technology is not good or evil. Technology is neutral. It just depends on what we do with it. So they take you from your job to put a robot over there. Now, let's say, for example, they give you $2,000 each month. But the catch is, you cannot spend that money like you want to. They will tell you exactly what you can buy with it, and they will give you a certain period of time to spend that money. So if they tell you to sit at home and you cannot invest nothing because you don't own your money, they own you. They pay you with stable coins or whatever. So now you own that, you take that money, but you can only buy some rice or whatever in this particular store. So you cannot even invest nothing. Now you want to find a job, but the thing is that with this new age, the competition is just not going to be in your city. You know, it's going to be a global competition. You can have somebody in South Africa work for a company in New York, somebody in Nigeria work for a company in UK, somebody in UK working for a company in Australia. So it's going to be a global competition. And if you don't have the skills, by the time you get them, you're going to have to train yourself, go to school, whatever, train yourself to acquire the new skills. By the time you get the skills, the market is there's going to be new people in the market as well. You know, so you can't just be competing with people in your city. Nah, it's going to be everywhere now because it's online. I don't need you to be there for me to see you. You know, even with the music, for example, I don't need a mixing engineer to be next to me. I can work with somebody, you know, all the way from Asia. I don't care where you're at. I can be in New York. I'll send you my music and you can mix my music all the way from, you know, whatever you're from. And you send me back and I'll, you know, upload it on the streaming platforms. I don't need you to be here physically. You feel me? It's online now. Certain jobs obviously physical, like for, you know, that's not going to deny that. But at the end of the day, do you have the skills though? You know, and there's a positive outcome with this whole thing. So if they take you out your job, they give you the money, but they don't tell you what to do with the money. The money is yours. You can do whatever you want with it. Because with this technology, really what it's about, if I work a lot of time to do a particular task, but I develop a machine that can take care of that task, you know, so I don't have to spend a whole lot of energy to do it. So I can allocate my energy elsewhere to be more productive. That's what the technology is supposed to be like, in a way, like literally. You know, we're doing all this physical task and everything, but we shouldn't have to do it if we can develop a machine that can take care of it. So when the machine is there, then we can move on to other things. But the catch is that the people who in power, they don't want you to be with them. Literally, they want to be above you and control you. So that's the thing. That's why I don't see a positive outcome, because history proves us that it's always been that way. Those people in top always want to be at the top, and those at the bottom have to find means to, you know, whatever, to make it through. You That's why I'm saying it's very hard for me to see a positive outcome with this. But for example, if you stay at home, they give you the money, they don't tell you what to buy with it. You can invest, you can do whatever. Now you can be more, whatever project that you were supposed to be working on. Back when we used to work to pay your bills, you used to have certain project you really wanted to do, but because you had to pay your bills, you had to put them aside. Now you have the time, you also have money to work on those projects, right? That can be a positive outcome, but it's hard for me to believe that they're gonna get everybody out their jobs and let the people be creative, innovative. Everything that you want to do, you can do it. We're not going to control you, nothing. We just have these great people over there creating these machines to take care of the physical task and all this, everything that we used to do. So those people created those machines to take care of it. Now we can do other things. Like, do you really think the government is going to allow that? It's like, the way I see it, they're going to punish you with more entertainment. So find a way to put both together. Really punish you with more entertainment, so you don't have time to develop yourself. You don't have time to think for yourself. You're always trapped in that, constant, in a way, utopia, fake world that they put you into to make you think that everything is good. Mostly the metaverse, obviously. Nothing wrong against the metaverse. Like I said, technology is neutral. It depends on what we do with it. The metaverse is great, just like the telephone. I have people in Africa right now, and thanks to the telephone, I can communicate with them just like it's nothing. That's it's a good side of it. You feel me? So the technology is great. But what we do with it, that's another question. But like I said, it's hard for me to believe that we're going to do the people in charge gonna do great things with it, because those people in charge, they like to keep you under their genjutsu. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. But not for real. They want to keep you under control, right? Because if you have time to think for yourself, you will rise, you will be creative, you will work at your fullest. For the most part, not everybody, even people who are free right now, they would rather entertain themselves forever. They don't have this willpower to do great things in life. They're lost souls and pathetic people. But anyways, I'm not gonna focus on that. People like that, we cannot be friends. But I'm talking about those who really want to make a change, but because they have certain obligations that just don't allow them to have that time to focus on those projects that they really want to do. I'm talking about those people who want to make great things in life, great changes. You cannot depend on the government, even though, just look at history. All those leaders that were trying to speak out against the system. One of my favorite teachers, Malcolm X. What they did to Malcolm X, what they did to Dr. King, you feel me? And all them people in the past. Every time you're trying to speak against the system, every time you're trying to speak about what's happening behind closed doors and, trying to elevate the people, they're trying to silence you. You feel me? So you just have to think about that. If everything was so great, if those people in charge really had no fears, why would they go through all that effort to shut down those leaders who are trying to speak out? Why would they do that? And you still trust those people to say, well, you got to roll up your sleeves and take 10 shots, you're going to do it, right? Because they present you a certain image on the news, media, the media, fucking lying ass, you feel me? So they present you a certain image on the news that make them look like some type of angels, telling the truth and wearing them suits and ties and smiling, and you think they're telling you the truth. So you forget already. You know what I mean? You forgot already what happened in the past. All those leaders are shut down, and even to this day, they go through all the effort to shut down the people trying to speak out, and you still think that you can trust those people because they tell you so. The government does not. You don't work for the government. The government works for you, but they want you to believe the opposite. Without the government, you still exist, but without you, the government doesn't exist. But if you got that the other way around, they're going to keep you under, keep on stepping on you. Feel me? So you cannot be under that genjutsu because you're gonna be in that illusion forever. Never have time to thrive, to reach your full potential. That's why somebody like me, individual like me, I can spot that from a mile away because I have a particular will to be independent. I cannot depend on anybody in general. You feel me? I like to make my own money. I like to drive my own car. I like to pay my own bills. I like to own my own clothes. I don't want to ask nobody. You feel me? That's my mindset. So when I see things like that coming, I can spot that because automatically it tells me, okay, be on your feet. Be ready, be prepared for war because what's coming, you don't want to be broke. You really don't want to be broke because if you prepare yourself, you go over there in that new world and it's actually nice. There's no negative things to it. Like what I was talking about, you're going to be even better because you prepare yourself. Now you're wealthy, but the situation is good. So, hey, even better. It works for you. But if you do get there and it's bad, you're going to be good because you took the time to, you took the necessary steps to make sure that your future can look amazing for you and your future generation, whatever. Right? If you get there and it's completely bad, dystopia. You're going to be able to take care of yourself. So it's like that. That's why, for the way I see it, you really have to look out, man. Because I don't think those people really care about you like that. For real. Certain people know what's happening, but because of reputation, because of money, they don't want to speak out. Afraid. Scared souls. People like that, we can never be friends. For example, that's the same thing as walking by the store or back like a school, whatever, like a business building, and you see a group of men, doing some bad things to a female, and you don't say nothing because you risk losing your job. That's literally the same thing. So you have these people in high positions that see those fucked up things happening, but they don't want to speak up because of money. They're afraid of losing their positions. But what if that girl was your daughter? What if that was your cousin? You know what I mean? So you don't care about nobody's problems until it happens to you. That's why when you look at certain entertainers out there making the money, but they know what's happening in the industry. Look at how music used to be in the past and look at what it is today. Look at the message in the past and look at the message today. Look at how people used to dress back in the days and look at how people dress today. It's going to tell you something. You don't have to undress yourself to make money, but they want you to believe that this is what you have to do. If you're a female, they want you to believe that you have to show your body in order to make money. So that's why I don't support that. I'm not deviating from the subject. It's all related because everything, there's certain layers to it on how those people at the top controls those at the bottom. They deal with entertainment, they deal with the school system, they deal with, there's a whole lot. My God. Anyways, there's a whole lot, but just for example, just go with the music voice, just the music alone. Girls like, I don't want to give names, man. Like just look around you. Look at all them naked bitches out there shaking their ass just to make some money. Sellouts. You don't need to undress yourself to make money. Would you think, like, just look around you. Have you ever noticed that everything that's out there is about sex, money, power, violence, fear? They toy with your emotions. That's the way they get you. And a lot of people fall for this because of pressure, because you grew up in an environment with poverty. So when they put you in that room, they listen to your stuff. So you have 10 people against you. They know your stuff is great, sounds great, but they want you to believe that you need to undress yourself. You need to talk about certain things. You need to change your lyrics in order to make big hits. In order to reach a certain level in your career. This is what you have to do. And you have 10, 15, whatever people, and you're the only one in the room. And they're feeding you all this information, all these lies. So if you're female, it's like, well, I see you talking about this elevating your people. It's like, but just think about you. We want to make all these millions. Look at this girl right there. She used to be skinny, but she got a few ass shots. She modified her body. This is what the people want. You have to go and get some surgery, increase a few spots over there in your body, make them triple the size they used to be. Show your body a little bit for the camera. Make some sexy poses. You're gonna make your money. Don't worry about the people. It's all good. They get you like that. Some people know it's wrong, but they still do it because of money. There's some people vibrate on that money frequency. And when you're over there, it's hard for me to believe that you really want the best for the people. Because once you do good things for the people, your life will be taken care of, literally. There's a higher force that recognizes the effort you put in. In life, you don't get what you want, you get what you deserve. Even the people who sell their bodies for the money, they also get what they deserve. You may see the money they have, but deep down, you cannot feel the shame, the emptiness in them. That's part of the process. They also deserve that shit. So you get the money, but there's something else that comes along with it. You lose a part of yourself because you sold yourself. You also deserve that. That's why it's very important out there when you see the technology coming in, when you see all those leaders who want to push that, make you stay at home. Well, you really have to look out, because it's hard, very hard for people to stay together without rising. Whatever. Anyways, my phone stopped recording the video, but let's go. I didn't know where I left, but fuck it. So if you're working at a job and all of a sudden you can stay at home, pay your bills, everything, without to worry about nothing, it's hard for the people to stay there and not rebel. Because when you look around you, you come up with something to make your life better. And when you work with those around you, you make great things together. And those at the top, they know that. That's why they have to entertain you. That's why they have to distract you, so you don't take that path, But, it's really important, man. You gotta be able to take care of yourself, no matter what. So the technology being used for evil, you just have to look at history. See how the type of movies we used to watch versus what we're watching now. The type of music we used to listen to versus what we're listening to now. Just look at the changes. Like, do you really mess with it? Like, are you good with the evolution of everything that happened? See the type of the news, the music, the videos that the kids are watching today. Like, do you fuck with it? You feel what I'm saying? So that's the thing, man. And a lot of them kids, a lot of people, the younger generation, even my generation, they like to identify themselves as introverts, but it's not real. It's just a lot of people are just afraid of social interactions. They don't have the skills necessary to talk to people. Online, they can talk their shit. They can be whoever they want. They can talk. All type of performances. They can be like real actors. They can. Oh my God. They talk like it's nothing. But outside, all of a sudden, I'm an introvert. Introvert is not somebody who's afraid of talking to people. You just recharge. You learn better, faster when you're on your own. Whatever. Your battery is recharged faster. You feel me? That's some of the qualities of being an introvert. But if you're afraid of talking to people, afraid of social communication, things like that, you're just a pussy. not saying this to make fun of you, but it's real. You know, it's a mental disease. You're so used to this online world that you don't know how to interact in the social world. You know, so that's not, you know, you're not introverted. You're just afraid. You lack certain skills, literally. So you cannot just identify yourself as an introvert just because you're afraid of, like, nah, you're not an introvert. No, you're just a pussy. But you have to accept it in order to learn from it, so you can do better. Because you don't want to let the technology control you. You have to control the technology, and even better, you don't want to let those in power control that technology or you, because they operate on that money frequency. You know, money motivated people. A lot of them leaders too. So it's really, you know, you really have to look out, man. Now, I don't talk with emotions, I talk with facts. And the fact that I'm not very positive is because history proves me the facts. You know, the day I'm gonna see it, I'm gonna believe it. Until then, I have to be prepared. That's why you gotta be on your feet at all times. You gotta be ready. Prepare yourself. You don't want to be broke. So when you do get there in that new world, and it's beautiful, you still have your money, you still prepare, you know, you're good. And if you get there and it's terrible, well, you're still prepared. And you can help those around you, so on and so on and so on, and, you know, to make positive changes. You feel me? I'm not talking about the people who just want to sit at home and do nothing. Even those who that have the privilege to change their lives and they don't do anything. I'm not talking about them. They're just pathetic human beings. Just want to sit at home and do nothing. My time is not. It's not for them. You know, I don't talk with those people. We can't be friends. I'm talking about the real ones who want to make positive changes. They're the people I'm talking to. You know. So, anyways, the kids out there, don't identify yourself as an introvert or whatever. Don't even identify yourself. Some of them, just be aware of your environment, aware of what you're putting into your soul. Your eyes are the windows to the soul. Be aware of what you're watching, what you're listening to. You know, and for those in charge, you know, the elders also, you know, just think about the future generation. All the changes that have been happening. Look at history, what's happening right now, and see what you can do to help those who came after you. You know, you gotta try our best to make some positive changes out there. You can help. Anyways, you gotta be able to take care of yourself, take care of those around you. I'm out this bitch.